Welcome to my modest garage workshop, where in January I began to put together a dinghy for pottering. The garage, you could see, is very confined and measures about 24 by 9 foot wide, and so the jig that the dinghy is being built on is mounted on wheels to sidle the boat from one side to the other as I work on each side alternately, and it's based on the lines of a Firefly dinghy that was designed in 1938 by Upper Fox. A beautiful looking craft, and made in a factory in Poole, I believe it was, in Dorset, and it served for some while as an Olympic class dinghy. Now, as you can see, my garage is a little bit chaotic and tidy, but I know where everything is, and I spend hours making all sorts of gear and stuff in here, from furniture to toys, kayaks, a sailing dinghy, and this is my latest project, which has so far taken me 4 months. From January, we're now in April, and I'm hoping to get it finished by about July, August time. So it consists of a cold moulded plywood structure, which is mounted on a mould, a jig, or as you can see from here, it's a laborious under jig, which this is the first layer of ply, 3mm ply, and they're 2-inch wide strips laid diagonally, and second layer is to be made longitudinally, and finally the last top layer is the opposite to the first layer, and the strength is quite remarkable when these things are finished. And some wartime Second World War aircraft were made in a similar type of manner, the Mosquito for instance. Now the plywood I've got here is laid in 2 sheets. I cut the strips 2 inches wide in pairs to save a bit of labour, but the process involves a lot of rather careful lining up and spiling of the alternate strips. As you can see, I've left 2 final ones to finish tomorrow, and each one is tacked on with a simple tacking device here, which I've got for the purpose, and the glue at the same time is Pascavite, and each one then is liberally plastered with glue on the edges, and that dries in 24 hours. Now this shows, hopefully you might be able to see what's going on, the inside of the structure. The port side has yet to be started. The starboard side has been layered over with the first layer of ply, and all these moulds had to be constructed prior to starting at all. The jig itself here is mounted on legs with casters to move the thing about from side to side. Here's my little stash of plywood, tools, hand tools of various types here, and as you can see, it's pretty organised chaos, but I know exactly where to put my hands on most things. Power tools over there, ancient model aircraft stuff, model aircraft rubbish, and paints, car maintenance, odds and sods, and beekeeping equipment, another of my occupations in retirement. And finally I'll show you my lovely little Seagull outboard engine, which is to be used on this craft. I bought off eBay a couple of months ago, totally renovated, ready to go. Now, from showing the bow, we can see the shape beginning to emerge, and over the other side just about see the slats which run across the moulds. Obviously this had to be lined up rather carefully and made level and true before work began, and I'm enjoying it.